What would you do if you found out your parents had an ulterior motive for your life's biggest mission? Um, in a surprising twist, this is the question that lingers when we consider Jor-El's true intentions in sending Superman to Earth. Um, before we dive into that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give us a like if you're enjoying the content so far. Um, Now let's go back to the roots of Superman's origin. Initially, Jor-El wasn't depicted as a major character in DC's cinematic universe. Uh, but this reboot brings a fresh take with a new cast. Bradley Cooper and Angela Serafian stepping into the roles of Superman's Kryptonian parents. Gone are Russell Crowe and Islet Zur, replaced by these actors, marking a new chapter for Kal-El, played by David Corenswet. Kal-El's journey has always been one of dual heritage, raised on Earth by Jonathan and Martha Kent, yet born on Krypton to Jor-El and Lara Lor-Van. This version of Superman carries not just his alien DNA, but our unique perspective from both worlds. However, while Jor-El's voice is heard, the physical presence of Kal-El's Kryptonian parents is limited to holographic forms, keeping their role in the narrative more mysterious than before. But here's the twist. Kal-El crashes on Earth, carrying a message from his parents. And unfortunately, part of it gets damaged during the journey, leaving him with just a half message, urging him to protect humanity. However, things take a darker turn when Lex Luthor gains access to the rest of the message, revealing Jor-El's real plan. His original intention wasn't to just save Earth, it was for Superman to take control, ruling over humanity, potentially becoming a godlike conqueror of Earth. At first, this revelation cast a shadow over Superman's motivations. He seemed like a potential threat rather than hero. But then, after defeating Luthor and saving the world, I began to see Superman in a new light. The moment he embraced his humanity and recognized the Kents as his true family, it deepened my appreciation for his complex character. Now, how does this version of Jor-El compare to others? Traditionally, Jor-El is seen as a wise and benevolent scientist, trying to prevent the destruction of his world. But this darker turn gives us a more nuanced and even villainous perspective. This isn't your typical Kryptonian parent. Even in other adaptations like Smallville, Jor-El was shown to have a mysterious and sometimes stern approach to raising his son, but he was never truly evil. And in the DC Rebirth comics, a more sinister version of Jor-El emerges, manipulating events to push like Superman away from humanity. And this version of Jor-El was involved in cosmic schemes, even aligning himself with figures like Dr. Manhattan. It adds a layer of complexity, suggesting that Jor-El wasn't just a scientist worried about Krypton's downfall. He had his own agenda. And now, in this latest film, Bradley Cooper's portrayal of Jor-El presents a version who might not be quite as villainous, but still carries an air of mystery. the hologram may still have more to reveal, and maybe this darker twist will come back into play as Superman grows into his true role on Earth. As for the actors involved, we get a fresh face for Superman with David Cornsweet, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, and Nicholas Hoult playing Lex Luthor. The Justice League, including Nathan Fillion, Eddie Gathegi, and Isabella Merced, also makes an appearance, adding excitement to this new era of DC films. So, what do you think? Can a hero still be a hero if their parents had such plans for them? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.